All right, we are live, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Um, we are here with another episode in a new good friend of mine. Wynn Charles is in the virtual building today. I'm so excited. She is going to help us. She says to live our dream life with a physical disability and how to overcome anything. Is that right, Wynn? Is that what you're here to show us today?
That is correct.
Awesome. I can't wait. I can't wait to see what you have for us today on this episode of The Authority Project.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, feast your eyes and tune your ears. It's that time again. We are live with another episode of The Authority Project. It's the video podcast streamed on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Periscope, where we talk to digital marketers, business coaches, and creators of all kinds on how they've built authority in their field and how you can mimic their success. Developing authority, building your audience, and attracting better clients to your own business. Now, without further ado, let's bring to the virtual stage your host, Brian S. Arnold.
All right, it's Brian S. Arnold here for another episode of The Authority Project. And I am here with Wynn Charles, and I'm excited to go through this show with her. She's going to help us live our dream life, even with a physical disability, and how to overcome, she says, anything. So I'm excited. How are you doing today, Wynn?
I'm doing fine. And yes, I have a physical disability that is called cerebral palsy. I've had that for 33 years, and the life I lead is a very interesting one. I lost my job due to the pandemic back in March. So ever since then, I have been doing full-time content creation.
Awesome. Wow. You're like the same kind of path that I am in. Because I lost my job as well. So we're kindred spirits on that, I guess. So before we start, let's go first of all through who you are personally. I know you already give us some of that, but who you are professionally right now. What do you do?
I am studying to be a journalist. I am a freelance journalist, but I'm getting my journalism degree, and I love what I do. I love inspiring people. I love doing what I do to inspire people to live the best life on a daily basis.
Yeah. I love it. So what is your current project right now that you're working on?
Other than my move, I'm currently working on, well, I'm always working on my podcast, Ask Wynn, and doing all that jazz, and then I'm working on finishing out my journalism degree.
I love it. Can you, because I know you're a very busy girl. Can you kind of tell us quickly about your daily routine? What do you do how's that look like every day?
Well, that I need 24-hour care. I can't be on my own. I need 24-hour care, and I need assistance. So I get assistance from when I can, and then I get to work about 9 a.m. Mountain Standard Time, which is good for me. And then I take the work where I can. I get up about 5:30 a.m. and in silence I do podcast recordings and do a couple minutes of me work before I shuffle off to my day about 8 a.m. and then I get to work.
I love it. That's awesome. So let's dive in now then. What is your message for those with disabilities for living their dream life? How can they do it?
Never give up hope. Never ever give up hope.
Yeah.
And yeah, when life, when you don't succeed in life, try again.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Do you do you do you feel that it was hard when you started trying to get into this industry of doing your own thing, being into the entrepreneur space? How was that like?
No, it wasn't hard because I wrote a book.
Okay.
I wrote a book 10 years ago, and my family and friends supported me. So when I lost my job due to the pandemic, people weren't surprised that I was going into full time journalism and full time content creation.
Awesome. Do you feel like the people who have disabilities do you think they have a sense of they can't do this? Can you tell them like
Okay,
is there a way to get over
I know what
their belief system of
I
saying they
know.
can't? Yeah,
Um, just just in your mind, say I can do this, and put your mind to anything.
yeah, yeah. That's great. So tell us more about this thing about how you can overcome anything.
Well,
What are the steps for that?
positive mindset number one, and my legal name is Win, WIN, and I was given a positive mindset back in '87 when I was diagnosed with cerebral palsy. So that's been my mantra all day long. And I hate pity parties. I hate people that say I'm stuck. I hate um, people that say I'm stuck and don't know what to do. And I just say that I'm going through a process right now of trying to get myself unstuck and get myself in a better position. But I hate when people say, well, when you need this, you need that, and
Mm,
we want to help you, but yet they don't.
yeah, yeah. Do you think that so how does that make you feel? You say you hate this, you hate when that happens. How do you get over rejection?
How do I get over rejection? If the haters hate, they hate. If No, I'm not kidding. If the haters
Yeah,
hate, they hate, and I move on.
yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I think a lot of people who come on the show have the same message where it's a journey, it's a marathon, and you're gonna there's always gonna be some kind of obstacles in the way, right? Some kind of hurdles that you have to overcome. Um, and I think that when you said never give up, I think that's the goal. Like there's always going to be, even though there's obstacles in the way, there's always going to be a place, a way to get over them. So, do you have any like, do you have any like examples of how you got over something that you can share with us today?
Well, I had a incident happen to me last year, and I'm going to, as of today, I'm going to put that incident in the past, even though it was very hurtful,
Mhm.
and let's just say I'm ready to put it in the past, and what's done is done, and I'm ready to forgive and forget, and yeah.
Yeah, I totally understand. I remember talking about this in my last episode. I had a bad some bad partnerships in the past that didn't work to my favor, and it took me a while to get over that and trusting again and so forth. Do you feel like you have do issues with you trusting people to is you know to help you on your journey because you have a disability?
um i have I have to be very careful.
Yeah,
Usually people are pretty very good, and once I get myself in a better spot, I will be a better person for it.
yeah, yeah. That's great. So tell us about your podcast and what you do there. with Ask When?
My podcast is Ask When, and I interview solo entrepreneurs and people that want to learn about disabilities.
Awesome. And what made you get into that? When you started that, like, what was your motivation to do that?
Again, I wrote a book, and that was my motivation to do that. I've had significant losses in my life, and my fan base knows this. I lost both my parents, and I am ready to receive help again from my family, and we're slowly but surely working on peeling the onion and receiving help. And then I am slowly but surely getting myself in a better head space, getting myself in a better head space and physical space.
Yeah. So I noticed that when in our communications, you have an assistant that talks, that helps you as well.
Yes, I do.
And I don't yet have that, and I need one of those. Can you tell us how important it is to have somebody to help you in those day-to-day things so you can be creative and do your thing?
Well, for the podcast purposes, I shuffle it all over to her, and then she does the back end of it. And she's not going anywhere soon. She has to be my BFF too, which she also has cerebral palsy, which makes it perfect. And so that's how I do it.
I love it. That's incredible stuff. Do you what do you say to people who are afraid to do these kind of things? They're afraid to maybe
Just do it. Just do it. Yeah, I'll just do it.
But I mean, they hesitate. They think, that
Take a little and just do it.
Yeah. I think that is. I know it cuts to the heart, but I think people are just so scared of doing it. But I love that. Just do it and get it over with, right?
Yep.
I love it. That's awesome. So I have one last question for you, and it goes something like this. I ask this of all of my guests, and it goes like this. It says, there are people just like you out there, maybe people with the same journey, maybe people with disabilities, and they love what you're saying, they love what you're doing. Maybe some future podcasters as well, and they want to do what you do when they want to be just like you, possibly. So can you tell them just a few, I'm going to put you front and center, tell them a few things about just some steps or some bits of motivation of how to be an authority in this space?
Be consistent at it, and be consistent, and be consistent, and be consistent. And just do what you're passionate about, and just be consistent.
That's perfect. That is absolutely perfect. Consistent people. I mean, hey, that is the she cuts it right down to the point. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I love it. This is great. So please tell people where they can find you after the show. When
AskWin.WeBelieve.com.
I love it. So great. People, I hope you got a lot out of that. I know I did. You are just, inspiring to everybody, not just the people who with disabilities, but just to everybody. I can't wait to get on your show, and it'd be honored to be a guest on your show very maybe next month. Next month I'll be there. Can't wait. And that is all, unless you have some other bits of some last minute advice or anything before we go.
Not at this time.
Great. Okay. Awesome. Well, people, remember, you can always check us out at theauthorityletter.com or text We Are Live at 44222 to get us to join the list and build your authority platform whenever you get a chance. I have 3 video series on there to help you build your authority platform. Very simple, very funny, very entertaining. but full of substance, yes. So get on that, theauthorityletter.com. And we are done for now. Thank you so much, Wynn, for being on the show. I really am honored to have you here.
Thank you.
All right, take care. And we will see you on the next episode of The Authority Project.
And that's a wrap for this episode of The Authority Project. Thanks so much for tuning in. And if you like what you heard, we want to hear from you. Subscribe, rate, and give an honest review. Share and tell your friends so they can hear too. And for even more authority-building tactics, be sure to sign up at theauthorityletter.com. Get free weekly content and ongoing digital product giveaways to help you on your entrepreneurial journey. We certainly hope you got a key takeaway, or maybe an aha moment from today's broadcast. Just remember, it's your authority. Build it, share it, and they will come. Until next time.